We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. 53 days until I execute Caleb Plant, says David Benavidez. This is war. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you come in. 2023 is about to be a magnificent year. You know I'm working, so subscribe to the channel. David Benavidez said those words on his verified social media. 53 days until I execute Plant, skull emoji. March 25th, which happens to be my birthday. Shout out to all the Aries. It says hashtag Showtime, pay-per-view, Las Vegas, MGM Grand. Now, I am definitely looking forward to this fight. Make no mistake about it. This is a great fight. This is really a pick'em fight. Every single time I use my social media platforms to post about this fight, it is a complete mixed bag in terms of who people are picking. Some people make it sound like David Benavidez easy. Some people are saying Caleb Plant easy. Some people are saying it's a 50-50 fight and anyone can win. I mean, it's literally, if you go look through my social media, at Boxingego1 on the gram and at Boxingego on Twitter, every time I post it, find the post, you'll see it's all over the place. Some people are very confident Caleb Plant wins. Some people are very confident that Benavidez wins. Now, overall, the people that I've seen, you know, if I were to encapsulate what I've seen, the people picking David Benavidez, they're picking him by brute force. They believe, an overview of what I've seen is they believe that David Benavidez is too strong, too relentless, too durable, and, you know, he got the machine gun, and he's going to grind and wear down Caleb Plant. And at some point in the fight, Caleb Plant will be forced to fight kind of mano-a-mano, maybe his legs. He gets tired from body shots. You know, Benavidez got a great left hook, great body shots, spar with some legendary people, Kelly Pavlik, Gennady, had no guys named Maxis, Patches, guys. Right? He's been in there with everybody. And this was at a young age, real tender age. So that's overall what I've seen from the people picking David Benavidez. They think David Benavidez is kind of a machine and gonna break him down and wear him down and win that battle of attrition. People picking Caleb Plant, a lot of them feel like he's far too superior a boxer, too many skills, too many wrinkles, footwork, toe-to-toe when he wants, upper body movement, showmanship. He could be a gnat and frustrating, and, you know, that's why they call him sweet hands. Move, the fluidity, and the jab he showed in the Anthony Durrell fight. And then you have to include the Anthony Durrell fight. Under the tutelage of Breadman, Caleb Plant, some people doubted his power, and he had a knockout of the year over the same opponent that David Benavidez stopped. He was the first to stop him, but Caleb Plant, if we're being real and being fair and objective, and I think David Benavidez would honestly say this as well. I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for him, but David Benavidez was the first to stop Anthony Durrell, and although Caleb Plant was the second, Caleb Plant's knockout, how it was set up and how it looked, was more emphatic because Benavidez was like a TKO, whereas when Caleb Plant knocked him out, he was unconscious on the ground and needed several minutes, and people were worried and checking if he was good and okay. So Caleb also has that. For the people who doubt his power, I mean, that was a display of power. You can say whatever you want, but Durrell, his nickname is the Dog, is from Flint, Michigan. They didn't have water for years. I don't even know if they right now have clean water, you know, fully like some other regions of America. So he's definitely a dog, him and his brother. I've watched them spar, things like that. So that was a good win, and it made the timing good. Now, I will say this. There was a point where David Benavidez, he looked a little bit, or he sounded frustrated in some of his interviews where he was talking about he wants to fight the guys and the Charlos and the Plant. And he was, you know, being young, he was like growing impatient, it sounded like, oh, I'm with PBC and they're with PBC. I don't know why we can't line it up. And I mean, I'm glad that he was made to wait. I really am, because the way it all played out, this is actually the best time for the fight. Like, listen, boxing is a business. People could get mad at me and say, oh, Ego, shut up. But I'm not going to shut up. Boxing is a business. That's what it is. So at the end of the day, things got to make sense. And the reason I have to focus on the business aspect is because guess what? If things don't make sense, then you won't get the fight. So you have to focus on boxing in its totality, including some of the business elements. Right or wrong, that's the way it is. So if a fight didn't make sense, then they're not going to have it. You know, if it doesn't make sense for two promoters to work together, they're not going to do it. That's what boxing has showed me. So I'm glad that Benavidez was made to wait, because in doing so, I think the timing is the best that it's been. You know, some could argue, oh, but Caleb Plant, he was undefeated and he was a champion and he had a belt and he lost to Canelo by stoppage. True indeed. But at the same time, before Canelo, he hadn't had a name quite like Canelo. So even in losing to Canelo, he has that under his belt as experience. So he has a valid name where he went, I think it was 10, 11 rounds with Canelo and made it a good fight. So that didn't hurt his credibility. It enhanced his credibility, even in defeat. You know, just because he shared the ring with somebody, and you can take away knowledge even in a defeat, you know. And David Benavidez has been climbing his way up the ladder. Just knocked out and retired David Lemieux. He looked vicious in that fight. Caleb Plant, again, is coming off the Anthony Durrell, you know, where he knocked him out brutally. That was a big bad blood type of fight where neither guy wanted to lose. And there was a lot of trash talk, Anthony Durrell even wore shirts like antagonizing Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant bested him, so he won that battle. This even more so, in my view, because this, like, no disrespect to Durrell, he's a good fighter, but he was coming off a great win too with a vicious uppercut. But to me, there's only one loss between David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Benavidez is undefeated. Caleb Plant has one loss only to Canelo. So the stakes are higher. But just like Caleb Plant's last fight, there's a lot of bad blood and a lot of back and forth banter. And I mean, you could tell by David Benavidez's attitude and what he's saying. He's highly confident. He says he's in great shape and he's waiting for this moment. He says he's going to execute Caleb Plant. Like, listen, I'm going to say this too. I personally, I like the trash talk. You know, I'm a consumer. I'm a fan of the sport, so I don't mind the trash talk. So this is not a knock on David Benavidez exclusively, but I want to point out the double standards within old media, because when Wilder was talking greasy to Bermane Stavern and saying he want a body on his record, and you know he's okay with that because he gets paid to and he can claim somebody's life. When certain fighters, particularly black fighters, say these things, then all of a sudden, you know, people go crazy and say, oh, Wilder needs to be fined and Wilder need to be removed as the champion. But David Benavidez just said he's going to execute Caleb Plant, which is more or less kind of the same thing. So I just find that funny when certain people, Conor McGregor, Jake Paul, David Benavidez, whoever, they can say whatever they want. And I'm good with it because I keep it all the way a buck. I keep it even Steven. I like the trash talk. I liked it when Benavidez is doing it. I like when Floyd did it. I like when Ricardo Mayorga was doing all the antics. That's just me. I like it. You know, I like Muhammad Ali. So me, I like the showmanship. I like people talking greasy because I'm an artist myself and a creator. So as an artist and creator, I don't want to be censored and, you know, let me express myself how I want to express. So I think these fighters should be able to ultimately, for the most part, be able to express themselves how they want. But I did have to point out, you know, I use my platform to point out some of these double standards. When Benavidez is saying he's going to execute a man, you know, no one cares. I'm making a video about it and nobody even thought about it until I just said it right now. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to the fight. Caleb Plant, he's been a bit quieter, but this Thursday they're doing the press conference. Make sure you guys tune in. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sound bites and a lot of quotables from that press conference. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know who you're picking. I will definitely be back after the press conference, so check back on the channel, subscribe. I'm the best in the business, and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks, right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.